I'm standing in Terminal 3 of O'Hare International, watching my husband's family breeze through security like they own the place. My mother-in-law Wendy's designer luggage probably costs more than my first car. The thing is, I'm the one who supposedly paid for all of this. Their first-class tickets, the beachfront villa, the private tours, $25,000 of tropical paradise, charged to my credit card without my knowledge or consent. My name is Alison, and I've spent the last 8 years being the family ATM for the Zimmermans. "Honey, aren't you coming?" Gavin calls out, his voice carrying that familiar note of passive-aggressive concern. He's already slipped off his shoes, ready for the security check. "No," I say simply. The word feels foreign on my tongue. 8 years of yes, and finally, no. Wendy's perfectly penciled eyebrows shoot up. "What do you mean, no? Everything's booked. Don't be difficult, dear." I pull out my phone and open my banking app. Funny thing about bookings, they can be cancelled, which I did, last night, all of them. The change in their expressions would be comical if it wasn't so infuriating. Soleil, my sister-in-law, nearly drops her phone. "You what?" "I also reported the charges as fraudulent," I continue, my voice steady despite my racing heart. "Since, I never authorised them." "But we discussed this." Wendy's voice rises, drawing attention from nearby travellers. "It was decided." "You decided, without me, just like you decided I'd fund Soleil's emergency Botox last month and Ronnie's investment seminar in Vegas." Gavin steps toward me, that placating smile I've grown to hate spreading across his face. "Ali, come on, you're making a scene. We can talk about this on the island." "No, we really can't, because I'm not going." My phone buzzes, a text from my best friend Charlie. "Did you do it yet? Give 'em hell." Ronnie, my brother-in-law, finally speaks up. "This is ridiculous. The villa deposit alone was $5,000. You can't just—" "Watch me," I turn to Gavin. "By the way, I moved out last night. The divorce papers are being drawn up as we speak." Now people are definitely staring. Reese, Soleil's teenage daughter, is filming everything on her phone, probably for her precious social media. Let her. "You ungrateful little—" Wendy starts, but I cut her off. "Save it! Your flight's boarding soon. Better hurry, though I'm not sure how far you'll get without confirmed reservations or my credit card." Gavin grabs my arm. "Alison, stop this right now!" I wrench away from him. "Touch me again, and I'll have security here so fast your head will spin." "Fine," he spits. "Fine, let's go everyone. She'll calm down eventually. She always does." That's what he thinks, what they all think. 8 years of calming down, of writing cheques, of swallowing my pride while they lived large on my dime. Not anymore. I watch them walk away, Wendy's heels clicking against the terminal floor, Soleil already on her phone, probably trying to damage control, Reese trailing behind them all like a sullen shadow. They don't look back. They're so certain I'll cave, so sure I'll call and apologise, book new tickets, beg to be included. My phone buzzes again. "Charlie, coffee? I'm outside in pickup." "On my way," I type back, hands shaking slightly as the adrenaline begins to ebb. I'm halfway to the exit when the first message comes through, then another and another. My phone lights up like a Christmas tree with increasingly panicked texts from various family members. "The resort has no record of our booking." "What did you do to the tickets?" "The car service isn't here." "Fix this now." I silence my phone and step out into the crisp Chicago morning. Charlie's red Subaru is idling by the curb, and she's grinning like a Cheshire cat through the windshield. "So?" she asks as I slide into the passenger seat. "How'd it feel?" I let out a long breath I didn't know I was holding. Like jumping off a cliff, but in a good way. "Girl, this is just the beginning. Wait until they figure out what else you've done." She's right. The cancelled vacation is just the tip of the iceberg. I've spent weeks preparing, documenting, building my case. They thought they could use me forever, but they forgot one crucial detail. I'm not just the family ATM. I'm a woman with nothing left to lose. My phone keeps lighting up with messages I won't read. Not yet. Right now I want to savour this moment, the first morning of my new life, the taste of freedom sharp and sweet on my tongue. Charlie pulls away from the curb, and I don't look back at the terminal. I don't need to. I know exactly what's happening in there, and for once it's not my problem to fix. "Remember Wendy's 60th birthday party?" I ask Charlie as we settle into our favourite corner booth at the Coffee Bean. $10,000 for one night. The one where she complained about the caviar selection? Charlie stirs her latte with unnecessary force. "Or was that the Christmas party you also paid for?" "Both, actually." I pull out my laptop, opening a spreadsheet I've maintained for the past 3 years. "But the birthday party was special. That's when I started keeping track." Charlie leans forward, eyes widening at the numbers on my screen. "Holy shit, Ali, this is $273,000, I finish. Give or take a few thousand in cash loans they never repaid." My phone buzzes again. This time it's Soleil. "The hotel won't let us check in. Mum's having a meltdown in the lobby. Fix this now." I ignore it and pull up another document. "Look at this. 3 days before they surprised me with the island vacation plans, Soleil sent this email to my spam folder." Charlie reads aloud. "Just checking if you increased your credit limit like we discussed. We need to book everything ASAP. But you never discussed it." Never. They just assumed, like always. I take a sip of my coffee, remembering the first time they pulled this trick. "It started small, you know." "Tell me," Charlie says, settling in. 2 months after the wedding, Wendy called about a family emergency. Soleil's car had been repossessed. Could I help? Just this once? I laugh bitterly. Next thing I know, I'm buying her a new BMW because public transport isn't safe for a woman of her status. My phone rings. Gavin. Decline. Then came Ronnie's investment schemes. 5 grand here, 10 grand there, always guaranteed returns that never materialised. And Gavin, I clench my fist. He just stood there every single time saying they're family, Ali. We have to help family. While they treated you like an outsider, Charlie finishes. Exactly. Last Thanksgiving, Wendy actually said, right to my face, "It's so wonderful how you contribute to the family, dear, since you can't give us grandchildren." She didn't. Oh, she did, right after I paid for Reese's Sweet 16 weekend in New York. My laptop pings with an email notification. I click it and feel my blood run cold. "Charlie," I whisper, "look at this." She comes around to my side of the booth and reads the loan application confirmation. It's in both my name and Gavin's, dated 3 weeks ago. "He forged your signature," she says flatly, "on a $100,000 loan." My hands are shaking, and this might not be the only one. Charlie's already on her phone. I'm calling Marcus. He's the best fraud investigator I know. While she talks, I dig deeper into our joint accounts. Each click reveals another horror. Credit cards I never knew about, investment accounts drained, signatures that look almost, but not quite, like mine. "Marcus can meet us in an hour," Charlie announces. "And Ali, he says to screenshot everything. Now." I'm halfway through documenting the evidence when another text comes through. This one's from an unknown number. "It's Alec, Gavin's cousin. We need to talk. I know what they've been doing." Charlie reads over my shoulder. "The black sheep cousin? Can you trust him?" "I don't know, but right now." I show her another loan document I've just discovered. I need all the help I can get. My phone starts ringing again. Wendy this time. I silence it and look up at Charlie. You know what the worst part is? They're not even rich. It's all smoke and mirrors. Designer clothes bought on credit, leased luxury cars, mortgaged houses they can barely afford. They're drowning in debt, and I've been their life raft. "Not anymore," Charlie says firmly. "Now, you're their worst nightmare. A woman with receipts and nothing left to lose." I close my laptop and take a deep breath. The vacation was supposed to be their grand finale. They were planning to ask me to invest in Ronnie's new crypto scheme, another 100 grand. But instead they're stuck on an island with no hotel, no transportation, and no access to my money. I allow myself a small smile. And in about an hour, they're going to discover I've frozen all the accounts they forged my name on. Charlie raises her coffee cup. To Karma. I clink my cup against hers, just as another text comes through. This one makes my heart stop. From Alec, I tell Charlie. He says Gavin's been taking out loans in my name for years, and he can prove it. Charlie's eyes gleam. Ready to go nuclear? I grab my laptop and stand. Beyond ready. Let's go see Marcus. The coffee shop door chimes as we leave, and I feel lighter than I have in years. They thought they could bury me in debt and obligation. Instead, they taught me how to dig my way out, and bury them instead. The videos start rolling in around midnight. Someone's posting them to Instagram, and they're spreading like wildfire. Wendy, her perfect hair now dishevelled, screaming at a resort concierge. Soleil sprawled dramatically across a hotel lobby sofa, mascara-stained tears running down her face. Reese documenting it all with running commentary. This is like literally the worst day of my life. Oh my God, Charlie wheezes, nearly choking on her wine. Is your mother-in-law trying to climb over the reception desk? Was trying, I correct, forwarding the clip to Marcus. Security stopped her. We're camped out in Charlie's living room, watching the chaos unfold on our phones when Alec calls. I put him on speaker. You sure you want to meet? Charlie asked before I can speak. It's fine, Alec's voice comes through clear. I've been waiting for someone to stand up to them for years. I'm at the Starbucks on Michigan Avenue. 20 minutes. I look at Charlie, who nods. We'll be there. The Starbucks is nearly empty when we arrive. Alec stands out, tall, dressed simply in jeans and a button-down, nothing like the flashy designer wear his cousins favour. He waves us over to a corner table. Thanks for coming, he says, sliding a USB drive across the table. Everything's here, loan applications, forged documents, emails. Gavin's been busy. I plug the drive into my laptop. Files pop up, dozens of them. How did you get these? I work in digital forensics. Gavin asked me to help him clean up some files last month. He thought I was still the same pushover they could manipulate. Alec's smile is grim. I made copies instead. Charlie leans in, scanning the documents. Holy shit! These loans go back 3 years. At least, Alec confirms. They've been planning this island trip for months. It was supposed to be phase 1 of something bigger. My stomach drops. What do you mean? They're broke, Alison. All of them. Wendy's retirement fund is empty. Soleil's about to lose her house. Ronnie's investments are all pyramid schemes. He pauses. They were going to ask you to remortgage your condo. Use the money to save the family. A new video notification pops up on my phone. This time it's Ronnie, trying to sweet-talk the island police who've been called to remove them from the resort property. Look at this, Charlie points to an email chain. Gavin's been applying for jobs in the Cayman Islands, non-extradition country. They were going to take everything, I whisper, and run. Yeah, Alex says softly, but you beat them to it. My phone rings, Gavin again. This time I answer and put it on speaker. Having fun? I ask sweetly. Alison, this is insane. We're stranded here. Mum's having panic attacks. Just put the cards back on and we can talk about this when... When what, Gavin? When you've finished transferring our assets to the Caymans? Silence. Then. Who told you? Does it matter? It's all documented. The loans, the forgeries, everything. Marcus. You remember Marcus, right? The fraud investigator. He's very interested in your paperwork. You're bluffing. But his voice shakes. Check your email. I sent you some screenshots. Oh, and the police report I filed this morning. Fraud charges are just the beginning. More silence. Then Wendy's voice in the background. Give me that phone. Listen here, you ungrateful little... Wendy starts. No, you listen, I cut in. In about an hour, all those credit cards you've been using, they're getting cancelled. The accounts you forged my name on, frozen. And that retirement fund you've been bragging about, better check the balance. You can't do this to us, Wendy shrieks. We're family. No, I say clearly. You're criminals, and I have proof. I hang up as Wendy starts screaming again. Alec looks impressed. That felt good, I admit. It's not over, he warns. They'll fight back. Let them. I close my laptop. I've got everything backed up in triplicate, copies with my lawyer, my bank and the police. My phone pings with a text from Reese. Aunt Allie, I know you hate us right now, but I'm scared. Mum's acting crazy and Grandma's talking about swimming to the mainland. Should I respond? I ask Charlie and Alec. Depends, Charlie says. Think it's genuine. Hard to tell with that family, Alec adds. Another text from Reese. I found Mum's phone. There's stuff on here, stuff about you, plans they made. It's really bad. I'll send screenshots if you want. I look at Alec. Still have your forensics kit handy? He grins, always. Tell her yes, Charlie says. The house of cards is falling. Let's make sure we catch every single piece. I type back a quick response to Reese, then turn to my unlikely allies. Ready for phase 2? They both nod, and I feel a surge of power. The Zimmermans thought they were playing chess. They didn't realise I'd already flipped the board. The screenshots from Reese start flooding in around midnight. Group chats, email threads, bank statements, all carefully documented evidence of the family's long con. I forward everything to Marcus as it arrives. Look at this one, I tell Alec, who's set up his laptop on my kitchen counter. Operation Island Exit. They were planning to empty my accounts while I was sleeping off jet lag. Classic misdirection, he mutters, typing furiously. Get you somewhere remote, limited internet, different time zone. Meanwhile, they'd have full access to everything back home. My phone buzzes. Soleil this time. I decline the call and open another screenshot from Reese. Oh my God, I breathe. Charlie, they were going to sell my condo. Charlie looks up from her position on my couch. They can't. Your name's on the deed. They forged transfer papers. I hold up my phone. Dated for next week. They were going to claim I signed everything before the vacation. Alex stops typing. That's not just fraud anymore, that's grand theft. Another video notification pops up. This time it's not from the family. Someone at the resort has posted a TikTok of the Zimmermans being escorted out of the property by security. The caption reads, "Rich family gets caught scamming. Watch till the end." It's going viral, Charlie announces, scrolling through her phone. 20,000 views already. My laptop pings with an email from Marcus. Meeting tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bring everything. Police want to be involved. I'm about to respond when my phone rings again. Unknown number. Hello? Mrs. Zimmerman? A tired voice asks. This is Thomas from Capital One Fraud Department. We're seeing some unusual activity on your joint accounts. Let me guess. Someone's trying to transfer large sums. Multiple attempts in the last hour. We've frozen everything pending investigation. I smile grimly. Perfect. I'll be at your branch first thing tomorrow with my lawyer. After I hang up, Charlie raises her wine glass. They must be losing their minds right now. As if on cue, my phone lights up with a text from Gavin. Coming home. This ends now. He bought a ticket? Alec asks, surprised. Probably used his emergency credit card, I say, the one Wendy pays for. Speaking of Wendy. Charlie turns up her phone's volume. Another video is making rounds. This one shows my mother-in-law trying to convince the island police that she's being held hostage by the resort. They're unravelling, Alec observes. Good. I open my laptop and pull up a document I've been working on, because I'm about to make it worse. What's that? Charlie peers over my shoulder. A very detailed post about financial abuse and family fraud. Once I hit submit, it'll go live on every major social media platform. Alec whistles. Nuclear option? They're about to learn what it feels like to be exposed. I start typing. Every loan, every scheme, every manipulation, all of it documented with dates and screenshots. Wait, Charlie interrupts. Add this. She hands me her phone, showing a new video. Ronnie's at some island bar, drunk, loudly bragging about how they've been living off the golden goose for years. I add the link just as another text comes through from Reese. Dad's at the airport. He's really mad, like I've never seen him this mad. Let him come, I mutter, finishing the post. I'm not the same woman he left at that airport. You sure about this? Alec asks as my cursor hovers over the post button. Once it's out there. They burned their bridges, I say firmly. Time to light up the ashes. Click posted. Within minutes the notifications start. Shares, comments, tags. The story spreads like wildfire through social media. Local news picks it up first, then national outlets start calling. Trending, Charlie announces. Number 3 and climbing. My phone buzzes with a text from Marcus. Saw the post. Perfect timing. Police are very interested now. See you at 9. Another notification. This time from my bank. All suspicious accounts have been frozen. Any attempts to access them will be logged and reported. Ali, Charlie says suddenly, your doorbell camera just pinged. Gavin's here. I look at the feed on my phone. He's standing in the lobby of my building, looking dishevelled and angry. The doorman's keeping him there just like I arranged. Let him stew, I say, turning back to my laptop. I've got a few more receipts to drop. You're enjoying this, Alec observes with a slight smile. 8 years, I remind him. 8 years of being their personal bank, their emotional punching bag, their grateful daughter-in-law. I hit post on another thread of evidence. Now they get to be grateful for prison jumpsuits and public defenders. My phone lights up again, Wendy calling. I silence it and pour more wine. To Karma, I say, raising my glass. To Karma, Charlie and Alec echo. Below, Gavin continues to rage in the lobby, but I can't hear him. Up here, in my fortress of truth and evidence, I'm finally free. And the night is still young. Gavin spends 2 days camped in the lobby before I finally agree to meet him. Not alone, of course. My lawyer Sarah sits beside me in the building's conference room while Alec waits outside. The security camera blinks steadily in the corner. You look terrible, I say as Gavin slumps into the chair across from me. His designer shirt is wrinkled, his usual perfectly styled hair a mess. You've destroyed my family, he snarls. No, your family destroyed themselves. I just stopped funding the destruction. He leans forward. Do you have any idea what you've done? Mum's had to cancel her country club membership. Soleil's kids might have to switch schools. Ronnie's investors are suing him for fraud, I interrupt. Yeah, I know. Turns out I wasn't the only one he scammed. It wasn't a scam, Gavin slams his hand on the table. Sarah clears her throat pointedly and he sits back. We're family. Family helps each other. Family? I pull out my phone and play a video. Wendy at last year's Thanksgiving, wine glass in hand. Remember this? At least you can contribute financially, dear, since you can't give us grandchildren. He shifts uncomfortably. Mum was drunk, she didn't mean... Or this one. I play another clip. You telling Ronnie I'd happily cover his investment seminar while I was at my father's funeral. Alison. Or maybe this. I slide a folder across the table. Loan applications, dozens of them, my signature forged by you. His face goes pale. How did you... Get proof? Turns out your cousin Alec isn't the pushover you thought he was. I lean forward. The police have copies, the FBI too, since some of these cross state lines. You're bluffing. Sarah speaks up for the first time. I assure you she's not. Mr. Zimmerman, you're facing serious federal charges. Your entire family is under investigation for fraud, conspiracy, and financial abuse. This is ridiculous. He stands up, pacing. Everything I did for us, for our future. Our future? I laugh bitterly. You were planning to drain my accounts and flee to the Caymans. That stops him cold. Who told you? Your daughter did. Reese isn't my... No, but she has a conscience, unlike you. I pull out another folder. She sent me everything, Gavin. The group chats, the plans, the bank transfers. Did you really think you could steal my entire life and get away with it? He sinks back into his chair, deflated. What do you want? A divorce. Clean, quick and quiet. You sign over any claim to my assets and I won't press additional charges. And if I refuse? Sarah slides another document across the table. Then we take this to court. Every detail becomes public record. Your mother's schemes, Soleil's fraud, Ronnie's pyramid schemes, all of it. You wouldn't. I pull up the viral TikTok of his family's island meltdown. Try me. His phone buzzes. Probably Wendy, who's been calling hourly since they got back. He ignores it. You know what the funny thing is? I say quietly. I would have helped if you'd just asked. Actually asked, not demanded or manipulated or stolen. I loved you, Gavin. I wanted to be part of your family. We needed more than you were willing to give, he mutters. No, you wanted more than you deserved. I stand up. Sign the papers, Gavin. It's over. He stares at the documents for a long moment. Mum will never forgive me. That's not my problem anymore. Slowly, he picks up the pen. Each signature feels like another chain breaking loose. When he finishes, Sarah quickly notarizes the papers. We're done here, she announces, gathering the documents. Gavin stands, looking suddenly old. What am I supposed to do now? Get a good lawyer, I suggest. You're going to need one. As if on cue, his phone buzzes again. This time it's a news alert. Someone's leaked documents about Ronnie's investment schemes. The comments are brutal. Your mother's retirement fund, I add. The one she's been bragging about for years. Check the balance. Ronnie's been dipping into it for months. You're lying. Call the bank. I head for the door. Oh, and Gavin, the condo you tried to sell out from under me, I'm keeping it. Consider it payment for 8 years of financial abuse. He doesn't respond, just stares at his phone as notification after notification rolls in. The empire he helped build on lies and theft is crumbling, and he's going down with it. Outside, Alec and Charlie are waiting. How'd it go? Charlie asks. He signed, I say, feeling lighter than I have in years. It's done. My phone pings with a message from Reese. Grandma just found out about her retirement fund. She's on her way to Uncle Ronnie's with a golf club. Not quite done, Alec observes with a smile. I laugh and link arms with my friends. No, but the show's getting good. Anyone want popcorn? The video of Wendy chasing Ronnie around his front yard with a golf club goes viral faster than the island disaster. Someone sets it to Money, Money, Money by ABBA, and suddenly it's everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, even the local news runs it. Look at the comments, Charlie says, scrolling through her phone. Rich people problems is trending. We're at my lawyer's office, watching the Zimmerman empire implode in real time. Sarah's just finished showing me the latest evidence Reese sent over. Screenshots from Soleil's tablet that she accidentally left behind at the resort. Your sister-in-law was busy, Sarah observes, spreading out printed emails. She had a whole spreadsheet of your accounts, passwords, everything. How did she get those? I ask, though I already suspect the answer. Gavin gave them to her. Sarah points to a message thread. They were planning to transfer everything while you were on the island. Operation Empty Nest, they called it. My phone rings, a number I don't recognise. Hello? Mrs. Zimmerman, this is Robert from First National Bank's fraud department. We've detected some unusual activity. Let me guess, someone trying to access my accounts? Yes, multiple attempts from various IP addresses. We've locked everything down. I thank him and hang up, just as another call comes in. This time it's Wendy. What do you want? I answer. Please, she sobs, all her usual superiority gone. Please take down that article. My investment partners are pulling out. The country club is reviewing my membership. Everyone's seen that horrible video. The one where you try to hit your son with a 5-iron. Yeah, it's pretty popular. This isn't funny. Our reputation... Your reputation, I cut in. You mean the one built on lies, fraud and stolen money? That reputation. We can work something out, she pleads. Whatever you want, just make this go away. Sarah slides a note across the desk. Police want to interview her. Actually, Wendy, there are some people who'd like to talk to you. Detective Morgan from the Financial Crimes Unit. He's very interested in those investment seminars you and Ronnie ran. Silence, then. You wouldn't dare. I already did. Check your mail. The subpoena should arrive today. She starts screaming, something about family loyalty and ungrateful daughters-in-law, but I hang up. My phone immediately lights up with a text from Reese. OMG, Grandma just fainted. Should we be concerned? Alec asks, reading over my shoulder. Nah, she pulls that trick whenever she's not getting her way. Watch, in about 5 minutes. Right on cue, Reese texts again. Never mind, she's fine. Started yelling as soon as Mum mentioned calling an ambulance. Sarah gathers up the documents. The DA wants to move forward with charges. Are you ready for that? More than ready. I pull up the photos I took of all the forged loan documents. They wanted to play with money? Let's show them how expensive their games can get. My phone buzzes with a news alert. Local investment guru under investigation for pyramid scheme. There's a picture of Ronnie being escorted from his office by police. 1 down, Charlie says with satisfaction. 3 to go, I add, just as another text comes in. This one's from Soleil. My sponsorship deals are cancelling. My influencer contracts. You've ruined everything. I forward her message to Sarah. Add harassment to the charges. Already done. Sarah pulls up another document. Also, you might want to see this. Someone leaked your story to a major financial blog. It's going national. I scan the article. Socialite Family's House of Cards, a story of fraud, fashion and failed schemes, complete with photos, documentation and interviews with other victims of Ronnie's investment scams. Who leaked it? I ask, though I have a suspicion. Alec raises his hand. Guilty. I may have sent some information to a journalist friend. The comments section is fire, Charlie announces. Rich people karma is now a hashtag. My phone lights up again. Gavin. I decline the call, but read his text. They're freezing my accounts, all of them. What am I supposed to do? Get a job, I text back, like normal people. This isn't over, he responds. Oh, but it is. I block his number and look up at my support team. Anyone else feeling like celebration dinner? Wait, Sarah says, holding up her phone. Breaking news. Local beauty queen caught in family fraud scandal. Looks like Soleil's past pageant funds are under investigation too. 2 down, Charlie grins. And the dominoes keep falling, Alec adds. I lean back in my chair, feeling a weight lift that I didn't even know I was carrying. They thought they could bury me in debt and lies. Instead, I'm watching their carefully constructed world crumble, one viral video at a time. So, I say, standing up, dinner? I'm thinking somewhere expensive. I can afford it now that I'm not bankrolling the Zimmerman family circus. The laughter feels good. The freedom feels even better. The courthouse steps are crowded with reporters when I arrive, 3 months after the island incident, and the Zimmerman scandal is still making headlines. Today's the day everything becomes official. Miss Cooper! A reporter shoves a microphone in my face. Any comment on the fraud charges against your ex-husband's family? She'll be making no statements, Sarah says firmly, guiding me through the crowd. Inside, the scene isn't much better. Wendy sits with her lawyer, her designer outfit replaced by something distinctly off the rack. Soleil's nowhere to be seen, probably still dealing with her own legal troubles after her pageant fraud came to light. Ronnie's already in custody, awaiting trial for his investment schemes. And Gavin? He's at the defendant's table, looking like he's aged a decade. All rise, the bailiff calls out. The judge wastes no time. In the matter of financial fraud and criminal conspiracy, how do the defendants plead? Guilty, Your Honour, Gavin's lawyer responds. They'd worked out a plea deal, cooperation in exchange for reduced charges. Wendy lets out a dramatic sob. My own son betraying us like this. Mrs. Zimmerman, the judge warns, control yourself or you'll be removed. I feel a hand squeeze mine, Charlie, sitting beside me. On my other side, Alec gives me an encouraging nod. The proceedings move quickly after that. Gavin's statement detailing years of systematic fraud. The evidence, hundreds of pages of forged documents, fake investment schemes, manipulated accounts. The judge's face grows sterner with each revelation. The court has reviewed the evidence, she announces finally. Mr. Zimmerman, while your cooperation is noted, the extent of these crimes is staggering. You are hereby sentenced to 5 years in federal prison with an additional 3 years of supervised release, Wendy wails. The judge ignores her. Furthermore, you are ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $273,000 to Miss Cooper, plus additional damages to be determined. My phone buzzes quietly. A text from Reese. Mum just got served papers too. Something about tax fraud? I smile slightly. The dominoes are still falling. Your Honour, Sarah stands. My client would like to address the court. The judge nods. Proceed. I walk to the podium, my heels clicking on the marble floor. Gavin won't meet my eyes. For 8 years, I begin. I believed in family. I believed in supporting each other, in sacrifice, in trust. The Zimmermans took that belief and twisted it into something ugly. They didn't just steal my money, they stole my faith in people. Wendy tries to interrupt, but her lawyer shushes her. But here's what they didn't steal, I continue. My strength, my dignity, my ability to stand up and say no more. To anyone watching this case, anyone trapped in a similar situation, you can say no, you can fight back, and you can win. The judge nods approvingly. As I return to my seat, I notice several reporters scribbling furiously. Court is adjourned, the judge declares, banging her gavel. Outside, the media circus has grown. This time, I'm ready. Miss Cooper, how does it feel to take down Chicago's infamous Zimmerman family? I face the cameras. It feels like justice, and it's not over yet. What do you mean? Ask Soleil about her charity foundation, I say with a smile. Ask Wendy about her investment partners. The truth has a way of coming out. My phone buzzes again. Another text from Reese. Can we talk? Like, somewhere private? I show the message to Charlie and Alec. Could be a trap, Charlie warns. Or could be a kid who needs help getting out, Alec counters. I text back, coffee shop on 5th, 1 hour. Sarah catches up to us as we leave. The divorce papers came through. You're officially free. Not just free, I correct her. Vindicated. My phone lights up with a news alert. Beauty Queen's charity scam exposed. Soleil Zimmerman faces federal investigation. 3 down, Charlie counts. 1 to go, Alec adds, just as another alert pops up. Socialite Wendy Zimmerman's investment partners file class action lawsuit. Make that 4, I say, feeling lighter than ever. We step into the bright Chicago afternoon, leaving behind the courthouse and its drama. Ahead of me lies coffee with Reese, dinner with my real friends, and a life unburdened by the Zimmermans' toxic expectations. You know what's funny, I tell Charlie and Alec as we walk. They always said I wasn't really part of their family. Turns out that was the biggest gift they could have given me. My phone buzzes one last time. The final divorce decree, officially changing my name back to Cooper. To new beginnings, Charlie raises an imaginary glass. To karma, Alec adds. To freedom, I finish, stepping into my future, leaving the Zimmermans and their house of cards behind in the dust where they belong. The sun feels different in Bali. Warmer, kinder somehow. I stretch out on my private villa's deck, sipping fresh coconut water and scrolling through my notifications. Did you see this? Charlie's text pops up with a link. Wendy just got sentenced. I click through to the article. Socialite matriarch gets 3 years for financial fraud. The courthouse photo shows her in handcuffs, no designer bags or signature pearls in sight. My phone rings. It's Reese. Hey kiddo, I answer. How's college treating you? Amazing. My roommate can't believe I chose community college over private school, but honestly, it feels good paying my own way. After our coffee shop meeting, Reese had made a brave choice. She testified against her mother, moved in with her dad, Soleil's first ex-husband, and started working part-time while finishing high school. How's the blog going? I ask. Growing. People really connect with stories about breaking free from toxic family dynamics. Speaking of which, she pauses. Mum's sentencing is next week, 20 months for charity fraud. Are you going? No, Dad says I don't owe them anything anymore. Neither do you, by the way. I smile. I know. A notification pops up. An email from Marcus. Final restitution payment received. Account closed. They actually paid you back? Reese asks when I tell her. The court made them. Gavin's prison job, Wendy's liquidated assets, Ronnie's seized accounts, every penny. Karma's wild, Reese laughs. Hey, I gotta run to class. Love you, Aunt Allie. Love you too, kid. After we hang up, I open Instagram. My travel photography account has blown up since I started exploring the world solo. Today's post, sunrise yoga on a Balinese beach. The caption reads, "Sometimes the best family is the one you choose." A message from Alec appears. Beautiful shot. Save me a spot on that beach. We've been dancing around something more than friendship lately. He's been consulting in Singapore, just a short flight away. Beach is pretty big, I write back. Plenty of room. Dinner when you're back in Chicago? It's a date. A news alert catches my eye. Zimmerman family fraud, a cautionary tale. The article details everything, the island disaster, the court cases, the convictions. But the ending makes me smile. Former daughter-in-law Alison Cooper has become an unexpected advocate for financial abuse survivors, her story inspiring others to break free. My phone buzzes with a text from Charlie. Speaking of advocacy, you're still good to speak at next month's conference, right? Breaking Free Financial Independence After Family Fraud needs its star presenter. Wouldn't miss it, I reply. The sun starts to set over the ocean, painting the sky in colours no filter could enhance. I think about that day at the airport, watching the Zimmermans swagger through security, so certain of their power over me. They never imagined their house of cards would collapse so spectacularly. My assistant messages me, "Your TED Talk outline is ready for review. Topic, the hidden cost of family financial abuse. Shall I send it over?" "Tomorrow," I reply. "Tonight's for celebrating." "Anniversary of the island incident?" she asks. "Freedom," I correct her. I open my laptop to find an email from Sarah. Another interview request. National Magazine wants your story for their Women Who Fought Back series. Interested? Before I can reply, a final news alert appears. Ronnie Zimmerman's prison interview. We lost everything because we got greedy. At least he's honest now, I mutter. The villa's phone rings. Room service. "Ms. Cooper, your celebration dinner is ready. Shall we serve it on the beach as requested?" "Perfect," I answer. As I walk down to the private beach, I think about what Reese said about not owing them anything. She's right. The Zimmermans took so much from me, but in trying to break me, they accidentally set me free. My phone lights up one last time. A message from Alec. "Booked my ticket to Bali. See you in 2 days?" I smile and type back, "Can't wait." The beach dinner is set up beautifully. Candles, flowers, champagne. Not for show, not to impress anyone, just for me to enjoy. No family drama, no manipulation, no price tag of obligation attached. I raise my glass to the sunset, to freedom, to karma, to choice. The Zimmermans thought they were teaching me about family. Instead, they taught me about strength. They thought they were burying me in debt and obligation, never realizing they were planting the seeds of their own destruction. And me? I'm blooming. I take a sip of champagne and watch the stars emerge over the ocean. Tomorrow will bring new adventures, new challenges, new opportunities to help others break free. But tonight is mine, just mine, and that's everything.